Dear judges of the International Court of Justice, my name is Merewalesi Yee. I hail from Navakawau, a coastal community on the island of Taveuni in the beautiful country of Fiji. I have just graduated with a PhD on climate-driven mobilities in the Pacific. Studies on the impacts of climate change on biophysical and economic systems in the region have been extensive, but there has been less focus on how communities experience impacts in their everyday lives. Between 2020 and 2024, I conducted fieldwork in coastal communities in Fiji that have been severely impacted by sea level rise. These communities have been inhabited for over 200 years, their heaven on earth. One heartbreaking reality shared by the people is the devastating loss of their sacred burial grounds to the relentless waves. Burial grounds hold immense importance in Fiji, playing a crucial role in the cultural, social, and spiritual fabric of communities. Typically, when someone in the community has died, comfort is offered to their family and friends with the thought that the deceased person has gone on to a better place. However, according to the residents of the communities I visited, this is no longer provides solace to them as the burial grounds have been lost to encroaching sea. I have been granted permission to share this story by one of the longest residents of Tongaru settlement in Fiji. And I quote, "Our loved ones who have passed away, when we bury them, we say Silivakarua, bath twice, because one of the baths is before they are put into the coffin, and they bath again after they are buried as the waves come in and enter the new burial site." Unquote. Loss of burial grounds have triggered an array of other cascading impacts, including people's mental and emotional well-being, cultural traditions, practices and heritage, and social and family cohesion. This has been the case for people in Tongaru and many others in Fiji, where the desecration or disturbance of ancestral resting places can cause grief, trauma, and a sense of loss. I want to share another experience from a resident of Sese village in Vanuatu, and I quote, "One of our relatives dug up the bones of their father and took it to their land to bury him again. It was such a heartbreaking process to watch. Even the dead are not at peace." Unquote. Burial grounds hold the lineage, histories and stories of past generations, serving as sacred repositories of cultural heritage and indigenous knowledge. Their loss is a deep wound, robbing communities of vital places for reflection, remembrance, and healing. These gatherings strengthen community bonds and resilience. Tragically, this essential cultural practice is now impossible for some communities in Fiji and the Pacific. My mom is buried in my community in Taveuni. Our burial grounds, like many in Fiji, are located by the coast. I want to be able to continue with my 2 children and their children's children to visit her burial ground in one piece and not in pieces. Judges of the International Court of Justice, will you hear my call?